Sahu sir, who is eminent speaker in today's session. Mr. Saurabh Sachdeva from IPTSC, who is our partner in this FDP. In fact, this FDP is possible because of help from this Saurabh as well as his academy, IPTSC Academy. The participants, teacher faculties who are participating in this 3 days international FDP program. I welcome you all in this 3 days faculty development program. Now, when we were discussing about the topic of the FDP, particularly with Saurabh and IPTSC Academy, we were a little bit worried which topic should be finalized, because in the current scenario, there are many online sessions are going on. And in fact, we can say that the various participants, they are fed up of all these things. But thanks to Saurabh and IPTSC that they have suggested us a very burning topic, that is intellectual property right and the patents. Now, as a researcher, and most of these participants in this FDP are the teachers who are working and delivering their duties in various institutions and universities in the form of teaching learning process, in the form of research and the innovations. But the background or objective for this FDP is because though we are researchers and in academic institution, most of the research are going on, but still there is a lot of, we can say, negligence towards filing the patent. We normally go for publication of research articles. So to my best of my knowledge, there are some reasons which we as a researcher or a teacher are not going for this patent filing. Instead, we are going for the research paper publication. The first is a lack of awareness, because many of us are not aware about the patent filing procedures, and at the same time, the culture in our education institution, which is built from last few years, is a publication, particularly a publication of the research articles, and therefore, since there is a lack of awareness about the patent filing and the filing process, so that is one of the reasons. The second reason is that most of the research which we are conducting in our institutions, they hardly have commercial value, and therefore, and at the same time, when we go for a patent, such non-commercial research will hardly becomes a lucrative for an innovator or researchers. And third reason is that there is a very high fees for, we can say it as a legal fees for filing a patent as compared to publishing a research paper. And because of this reason, we mostly focus, as a teacher, we mostly focus on the publication of the research articles. And another reason which I think is that why we are not going for the patent filing is a lack of facilities in terms of the IP cell or a licensing department in most of our institutions or the universities, who can guide us, who can guide our teacher as well as the students for going to the patents or the IPR. And I think because of this reason only, the government of India has come up with a national intellectual property right policy, maybe I think in 2016, and subsequent amendment in the rules in 2021. They are encouraging all our education institutions for filing a patent and intellectual property right, in terms of giving us an advantage in most of the ranking processes like NIRF, ARIA, etc. And at the same time, recently I was reading some article where I found that actually what it is, the sir, how sir can explain us. But I came to know that the patent filing fees has been reduced to 1/5 to some of the uh, education institutions if they are filing for the patents. Okay. So these are all the encouraging factors for us. The only thing is that creating awareness and uh, answering some of the questions that are coming in the minds of the researchers or teachers. Now, through this, the interaction with all the experts during these 3 days of the FDP, I think most of our queries will be resolved, and hope this FDP will help us to align all our researches in the education institution toward the IPR and patent. Once again, thank to all the dignitaries and the participants, and hope this FDP will give some or it will enlighten us on the new areas for us, that is patent and IPR. Thank you very much. Over to you, Steffi.
Thank you, sir. Your thought-provoking address set a perfect platform for our speakers to deliver their presentations in the areas of their expertise. Thank you once again, sir. I would now like to invite Mr. Saurabh Sachdeva, sir, Director, IPTSC Academy, a venture of IPETHICON Private Limited, to give us brief input about IPTSC.
So first of all, thank you so much to all the Acropolis team, and especially thanks to Dr. Jian Narlikar and Rakhi Kapia and Akansha Dwivedi and Vikas and all the faculty members. Thank you so much. And my special thanks to Dr. BK Sahu from NRDC Head for IPR for joining, and for I'm sure he will also share his wonderful insight on the IP. Thank you so much. So we will run with the presentation. Vansh, can you please help with the presentation? Vansh, can we have the presentation? Vansh, Shreya?
Sure, sir. Just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it's visible now.
Okay, sir.
So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Saurabh Sachdeva. I'm a director of IP Ethicon and Educational Academy, IPTSC Academy. So IPTSC is an intellectual property talents as examination, and we have already completed 3 editions. And in the month of August, tentatively, you can say a 3rd week of August, we are going to launch our 4th edition. Next slide, please. So basically, we conduct a proctored examination, and this is, you can say, the first IP Olympiad in India, which we have also started about 3 years back. And so basically, in this examination, you can also see that who all are eligible to take the exam. School students, yes, from 9th to 12th class. University students, yes. Faculties, working professional, startups. So basically, this time we have also added the faculties, working professional and startups. They can also enroll for the examination. So let's get into that, who all are eligible basically. So design and architecture. So basically, if you are into this design and architecture, yes, definitely you can also be a part. Engineering and tech, hotel management and hospitality industry, yes. Law students with IT specializations, mass communication and multimedia, research scholars. Next slide, please, watch. Okay, so these are the exam guidelines. So basically the exam duration will be 60 minutes for the college students and 60 questions. So we will talk about the college and the teachers only. We will not talk about the schools. And 45 minutes for the teachers and the working professional startups. There is no negative marking in this. To qualify, the candidate must score 40% and above. At the university level, the national rank holder will be the one who has the highest score and has taken the least amount of time to complete the exam. In case students get similar marks, the winner will be one who has spent the least amount of time per question. So basically, this time we have also added the regional rank holders, and that will be declared at the time. So basically, there has to be a minimum 500 students for that particular region to get qualified for the regional ranking. So the top 20 rank holders are chosen based on the accuracy of the answers and the total time taken to complete the exam. Next slide, please. The process of examination is a very simple process. You just have to do the registration. Registration is very user-friendly interface of IPTSC Academy, which allows the participants to register easily without any hassles. So that will be, you can say, third week of August, we will start. The provision of the course material, yes, the provision of the premium course material at a cost basis. Once the registration are done, the participants are offered course material from the IPTC team prepared by the research scholars under the supervision of the industry experts. Mock exam. So basically, once you have a complete registration and you will have already selected the category in terms of the courses, yes, there will be a mock test also. The participants get 1 month's preparation time post the registration. Mock test basically will be available on the website. You can say before 15 days. And the final examination are held. Mock tests are called out within a period of the 15 days. So basically, the time frame for the final examination will be, a window will be open for 15 days to have a final exams. Next slide. Watch next slide, please. Next slide. I can't see.
Once the screen is not being shared.
So the best part is that this time we are also going to launch the application, and there will be a e-learning module also, which we can also track the courses, whether the person has actually completed at what percentage. Let's say you have already completed about 25%, you will also get the notification as well. Once
Vansh has just gotten disconnected, some network issue. So I'll share the screen.
please. So basically, in last 3 editions, we have given the very, you can say, a basic study material. But this time, through this e-learning module, we can also track, and you can also track. So let's say you can also get to know that let's say what percentage of the course you have actually completed, partially, just to ensure whether you are actually have done gone through the study material or not. Next slide. Okay, so this is about the 3rd edition, which we have completed recently in the month of March, April. We have done the 3rd edition with the IPTSC Awards and IP Conclave, and the top 3 rank holders they have also got awarded in terms of the monetary terms and as well as the certifications. So this time we have done this on April 28, 2021, and many eminent speakers raised the occasion with their presence, and they share their valuable and informative insights over the intellectual property. So this is about the how many basically viewers have got on that day. And there were about 6 government officers, departments awarded from the NRDC, IHUB, Gujarat, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, Manak Inspire, and the Ministry of Science and Technology. They have also been a part of this. So initial, you can say edition 1 and 2 the guest of honor. So basically from the government, Shri Suresh Prabhu has done the inauguration, has inaugurated the initial 2 editions. So he's a G7 and G20 Indian Sherpa and the member of parliament. So this 3rd edition has been done by Shri Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman AICTE. Okay, so this is very excited. The benefits and the rewards. I think if you're also going to be a part of this IPTSC Academy, what all are the benefits and the rewards? So winners receive the prizes and the scholarship and the exclusive visit to the industry along with the internship opportunities. So I'm sure the relates to the internship. Yes, you can have the benefit. Certification and the trophies who have availed or post material. Learn and earn with IPTC by becoming a YouTube teacher or a youth leader by promoting IP awareness through various social media platforms. Receive unique and interactive course material at a cost basis prepared by the research scholars. Next slide. Okay, so you all can subscribe to IPTC YouTube channel. So basically to have an interaction with the senior IP officials live on our YouTube channel. You can also receive a certificates from IPTC Academy for every webinar you attend. Weekly videos on interesting IP topics. So yes, there will be a lucky subscriber to receive an exciting gift voucher. Next slide. So let's join IPTC Academy as a research scholar and get the opportunity to have a create content, write blogs, create YouTube videos, create reels. So you can also be a IPTC Academy research scholar. Next slide. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachdeva sir. Now, I would like to request co-convener, Ms. Rakhi Kabir ma'am, Assistant Professor IPO, to brief us about.
Thank you, Steffi ma'am. It's my immense pleasure Thank you, Steffi ma'am.
There's a lot of echo. Can everybody else please mute themselves?
Thank you, Steffi ma'am. It's my immense pleasure to introduce Acropolis Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. IPER is having 13 years of excellence in the field of pharmacy education, research, and innovation. Established in the year 2008 under the aegis of Teach for India Education and Research Committee, currently offering D-Pharm, B-Pharm, and M-Pharm in pharmaceutics. The institute is having many rankings to its honor. Some of the most prestigious rankings by Government of India are Institute honored with top bracket platinum rating in AICTE survey for industry-linked technical institutes. Really happy to share college is securing platinum rating from consecutive 2 years, 2019 and 2020. IPER Institution Innovation Council is 5-star rated and Institute IIC is in top 10 IICs of Central India, comprising Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Proud to say only Pharma College of Central India to have full 5-star rating in IIC. And IIC, it is an initiative of Ministry of Education, Government of India. College got grant of 86 lakhs for food and drug testing laboratory from Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Institute have Actors SIAM NPTEL local chapter and initiative by IITs and IISc Bangalore. Only 4 pharmacy colleges of India have active status for SIAM NPTEL local chapter. Again, the only college of Central India to have active local chapter. Institute is an active member of Life Sciences Sector Skill Development Council, which is a certification body under mandate of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship by National Skill Development Corporation. Recently, we have signed MOU with Life Sciences Sector Skill Development Council also. Delighted to announce that Institute has been recognized as a social entrepreneurship, Swachhta and Rural Engagement Cell institution by the Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Institute is having MOUs with more than 15 industries and is the recipient of Dainik Bhaskar Eminence Award from the last 4 years. I welcome one and all for the IPTSC sponsored 3-day international FDP on intellectual property rights and patents. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Abdul Kalam sir, we thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Cool.
Priya, you must put everybody else on mute, otherwise you'll keep getting these disturbances.
I request all to kindly mute yourself. Dr. Abdul Kalam sir said, "We all are born with a divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with glow of its goodness." So let us begin with our technical session. Before starting the session, I would like to bring the notice of all the participants that it is compulsory to attend all the sessions in order to procure certificate. The attendance of each participant would be recorded digitally. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life. It's about what you inspire others to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we rarely get the opportunity to listen to the words of great knowledgeable speaker. For introduction of our keynote speaker, Dr. B.K. Sahu sir, we have with us Dr. Sheetal Chopra ma'am. Dr. Sheetal Chopra is an industry professional with 2 decades of experience in public policy and government affairs. She is a registered Indian patent agent and an author of the book on patent agent examination published by Notion Press. She has an extensive experience in international trade, research, and advocacy, policy development at domestic and international level. Dr. Chopra is a visiting faculty and trainer at various educational institutions or government forums such as All India Radio, National Institute of Intellectual Property Management, IIT, etc. She has been recently awarded with prestigious award by World Wide Forum on Power Women in IT. She is a course coordinator for IPTSE, which is an intellectual property talent search examination, one of its kind IP Olympiad. She has been instrumental in developing customized ebook for students of IP Olympiad that is suitable across disciplines. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sheetal Chopra ma'am to invite our eminent speaker.
Stephie, sorry, madam.
No problem.
Let me welcome Dr. Sheetal Chopra, madam, who is always as a guiding, is in our guiding role as a mentor in all the issues related to this IPR and all these things. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your presence and finding the time to attend this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Davekar. It is always a great pleasure to be always connected with your university. The way your college acts in the field of IP is absolutely overwhelming. So all the very best. Keep going. And it's a great pleasure for me to be actually welcoming Dr. Sahu. People really look forward to talking to him. He's super busy. And as you all know, he's from government office. He actually represents National Research Development Council, which is a part of Ministry of Science and Technology. I know Dr. Sahu personally as well, not only as a mentor, as an IP enthusiast, but I've seen him growing in this entire IP journey. And he has been of a great support to many of us as colleague, as friend, as mentor. Let me just quickly introduce him. I'll just go off the video so that there are no bandwidth issues. And I'll just go through his CV, a very brief bio. And as you all know, he is a person who has a lot of insights into technology, well aware of intellectual property, innovation management professional he is. Not only he represents academia training as well as in his profession. Dr. Sahu has more than 15 years of experience and he has earned PhD degree. And I feel so excited to say that he belongs to those very few handful of individuals who have got his epitome of education received in the field of intellectual property itself, which is connected with technological capabilities and also more specifically with biotech innovations to India. I think all the faculties today, you are extremely blessed that you'll be addressed by Dr. Sahu. I'm sure that you all will be benefited with his experience. Presently, like I said, he is heading Intellectual Property Facilitation Center at NRDC. And recently, Dr. Sahu has received IP Excellence Award from a World Intellectual Property Forum in. I hope I am audible. If someone can just let me know.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
All right. And he also has received awards, several other awards, including GIPC, 12th Global IP Convention Award. He also received an award from Intellectual Property Talent Search Examination, IPTSE Award, as we famously call it, along with the support of SOCHAM, an industry body. And then he has been considered as 100, part of the 100 IP leaders from India by World IP Forum. In fact, there are so many accolades to him. He has not only been into the field of IP, but has actually been enabling a lot of startups into technology transfer. And all of you as faculties, I'm sure that you are too much intensively involved into research and development. You can look out for his support and basis his availability. I'm sure he'll help you all. He has been part of so many lectures, so many international seminars that runs into several hundreds now. In fact, there are so many other things to say about him, but I would rather not come in between him and his lecture now. I think we all are looking forward to hear him. Dr. Sahu, over to you, and it's a great pleasure not only for me to be welcoming you for IPTSC Academy, and I'm sure for AIPER as well. Over to you, Dr. Sahu.
Thank you, Dr. Sital Chopra. And thank you, Police and IPTSC for giving me opportunity. And also, I would like to compliment Dr. Sital Chopra and team. And that too, Dr. Sital Chopra has given a introduction about me and such a beautiful lady. And that too, in a stressful time, if you will get such and receive such kind of word, that will give boost. And I'm grateful to the Acropolis Institute of Education and Research, and also Dr. Davekar, Soros Sachdeva, and team particularly in connecting the dot and making this happen in this international faculty development program. Friends, we are in an unprecedented situation at that still now the global pandemic is going on. Everyone are under stress, maybe a physical, mental, and also economical stress. It is the high time for all of us to understand the paradigm shift of innovation ecosystem from knowledge economy to creative economy. Knowledge economy to the economy of industry 4.0. Now we are talking about artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, and many more. It is the high time for all of us to bringing Saraswati and Lakshmi together when we are talking about academia, industry collaboration, and intellectual property. And really, I'm grateful to you for giving me this opportunity. I have a presentation. I hope my presentation is visible to all of you. If you can confirm.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Okay, thank you. So my presentation today before you with this August gathering is significance of intellectual property rights in academic institution. What is this IP we have been talking about? And what is the role of IP today in the changing paradigm of innovation ecosystem? One side, we have a very tough situation of this pandemic. We are mitigating, and we have got beautiful innovation, invention, and IP developed by our own institution in the name of Covishield and Covaxin. At the same time, we have also a goal to mitigate the challenge of United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. So friends, I will talk on what is the significance of IP to you, to me, and to the each citizen of the nation. How IP is making the difference to the nation and nation building, I'll talk about. I'll start with the quote of Lord Buddha. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. And I would certainly compliment IPTSE for venturing to this ecosystem of making the difference to connect the dot in IP awareness and talent search examination. That is the beauty. You are creating impact rather than you are achieving your target. And this is our collective effort to joining with the institution. And the beauty of institution is today the beauty of knowledge, and knowledge must be acknowledged, and knowledge must be translated into a new process and product. Friends, once Jean Piaget told, the principal goal of education is to create men who are capable of doing new things, not simply of repeating what other generations have done. Men who are creative, inventive, and discoverer, they are playing the game in the knowledge economy today. Research transform money into knowledge. Technology transform knowledge into money. And we have to understand in the changing paradigm of innovation ecosystem, we have many more flagship program of government of India like Startup and Stand Up India, Make in India, Digital India, Innovate India. Now, Honorable Prime Minister has given a clarion call on self-reliance India. And when we are talking about self-reliance India, ultimately we need to develop our own process and product and indigenization by creating, by managing, by nurturing the ideas into a IP and IP into a new process and product. India needs more innovation, patent, and that need to produce and prosper. And that was the 4 parameter for the nation towards faster economic development. And that's the dream of Honorable Prime Minister of India. Friends, today we are in a situation and there is a global optimism towards India and how we can develop a ecosystem of innovation and also collaboration between academia and industry. And bringing academia industry is nothing but bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati together. As you know, imagination is more important than knowledge. And under this WTO ecosystem, the patent system added the fuel of interest to the fire of genius. Friends, there is a paradigm shift through Industry 4.0 innovation. And it has been reported that in next decade, around 46% of the workforce will be engaged entirely in new jobs that do not exist today. So there will be a leapfrog. And we have to mitigate such challenge. We have to build the capacity of our scientific professional researchers, scientists, startup, MSME, and industry. Then only we can cope up with the changing paradigm of innovation ecosystem. As you know, at this pandemic time, we have responded, we have recovered, and also we are redesigning where the technology is playing a very, very important role. We have to leverage the technology, we have to manage the technology, we have to manufacture the technology. As our dependency on technology import is very, very high, we have to look into the aspect of intellectual property creation. And that intellectual property creation, that new idea will mitigate the challenge of this present pandemic. I would like to take you, and since this is a pharmaceutical institution and plays a very, very important role across the country, it is my honor, friends. I would like to just take you to your childhood, including my childhood, when there was a scarcity of my mother milk. At that time, this infant baby Amul spray played a very important role for me to mitigate the challenge. And that is the beauty of innovation. And that is the invention and intellectual property created by our institution and that were transferred to the organizer for manufacturing this nutritional baby milk product. Today, million child are mitigating the challenge. So this is innovation, IP creation, and bringing academia industry together or bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati together because institution is a place of knowledge, place of Goddess Saraswati, and industry is a place of Lakshmi. If we will keep them together, certainly we can make the difference. In that making difference, the intellectual property plays a very, very important role. And that how that is playing, I will give you some of the example. Our role, our mentoring to the industry, MSME, startup, academia, and university in the national innovation ecosystem as a national organization under Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. So friends, intellectual property right plays a very important role in bridging the gap between academia and industry. Unfortunate part India today that our academia has a very poor relation with industry and academic industry collaboration is lacking particularly. We have, I think, 900 university in the country, 40,000 college, more than 11,000 but unfortunate part today is that. Can you please, the moderator, can you please mute? There is a, can you please mute? I think you should cautious. This kind of thing should not happen because if someone is speaking, all there is a disturbance. So anyway, this is also another risk. So in the digital economy, how we are mitigating such challenge. So there is always a challenge for every step of life, and managing intellectual property is also one of the biggest challenge in the 21st century knowledge economy. Friends, I would like to tell you how bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati together. You can see the photograph I am showing you. During the month of April and May, many of our friends, we lost many of our known faces in this pandemic. But there was a hope from DRDO INMAS lab. They came out with a drug called 2DG drug, and that drug was developed by the scientists, and they have a intellectual property. And that intellectual property in the form of patent was transferred to the company Dr. Reddy Laboratories for manufacturing 2DG drug. Today, million people of the nation are mitigating this COVID-19 from this drug. This is invention, intellectual property, and also respect to the author, respect to the inventor, and also making the collaborating with industry for manufacturing new process and product. And that is nothing but indigenization and self-reliance. How we can make or keep Lakshmi and Saraswati together in physically, you can see right to me, the scientist along with our research scholar are standing, left to me, the industry, and we were transferring the technology know-how, the intellectual property developed by the scientists to the industry for manufacturing the same in the country. And that is the intellectual property that plays a bridging the gap between academia and industry. And we can transfer many more technology know-how and IP to the industry for manufacturing the same to the nation and providing a economy to the nation through manufacturing of the new process and product. So our role is from lab to market, lab to the land, bench side to the bedside, mind to market. And how we are doing, we connect to the institution, university, help in their intellectual property protection in the form of patent, trademark, design, copyright. Once we file the patent or IP, then we go for commercialization so that we can license the new process product developed by the institution to the industry through licensing process. And also there is a opportunity of spin up and spin out in the form of startup in the country. And Government of India is a startup and stand up India mission where we are part of that. And also connecting to the IP tech market and exposing the new innovative technology to the industry so that we can get a maximized outcome of the technology transfer from the lab to the land, mine to the market. Our role is to connect both academia and industry to improve the quality of academics. Unfortunate part in India, not a single university are in the QS ranking. And also, if you'll see in recent time, the Parliamentary Standing Committee report of Government of India categorically told that intellectual property awareness is lacking in the country. That's why our IP creation, IP protection, and IP management is poor. You will be surprised if you'll see as a second largest populated country in the world, if you'll see in the IP index, particularly in patent, China files more than 15 lakhs patent, America file more than 6-7 lakhs patent, India file only 50,000 patent. You can see the knowledge innovation index, or in the global innovation index, India rank is 48. And it is the high time for all of us from 74 rank, we bring India rank in the global innovation index to 48. And we have to do more, achieve more. And I'll certainly compliment you all for organizing such program, and such beautiful people are there. And I think it is our fundamental duty to connect them, collaborate with them, and help them in intellectual property protection and management, so that that will create not only opportunity to the nation, to the individual credibility, and also credibility to the nation and nation building in intellectual property commercialization. Friends, it is the high time for all of us to bring in academia, government, industry together. And this triple helix plays a very, very important role, because these three has three different role: academia research, academia education, and also research and entrepreneurship, where government plays a very, very important role, and the industry play a major role on that, from research to research and development, prototype, scale up validation, and also providing a seed funding support and IP protection support is need of the hour if we are going to achieve, or if you want to be a Vishwaguru in knowledge innovation index globally, if we want to keep intellectual property as a tool or as a strategic tool to mitigate the challenge, and including at this COVID period also, many of our university institutions came out with the many inventions related to tracing, testing, and treating of COVID-19. And that is the beauty as an institution to mitigate the challenge regionally, nationally, and internationally through invention, innovation, and creativity. Friends, we must have to understand how academic institution benefiting society and the economy through technology transfer. You can see the report of Association Technology Manager of Association of University Technology Manager, United States of America report, how in America the new invention around 25,390 something came, and from that you can see the statistic around 9,751 technology license, with 711 new product created, with 1,040 startup form. So you can imagine role of academic technology transfer that boost to the nation, society, and nation building. That's we need to do. That's the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, who talks always about self-reliance and also indigenization. And that's the clarion call of Honorable Prime Minister of India today, self-reliance India. IPR, I will talk about more on IPR, but IPR today, if you'll see, every day there is one or two controversial news about intellectual property in the form of patent, in the form of trademark, in the form of design, in the form of geographical indication of goods. So it is a high time for all of us to protect. We have seen in the case of Haldi, Neem, and Basmati, how in US it was patented, and India fought that case. So same thing must not repeated. We have to respect, we have to leverage, we have to protect, we have to manage, and we have to commercialize. Then only we will mitigate the challenge of this 130 crore people. And otherwise, our dependency on import of technology will be high. If we are not going managing our own IP, it will be difficult to, because intellectual property right is a legal right, legal in nature, and the state and inventor plays a very, very important role over his creativity and invention. So IPR is the biggest challenge not only for academia to the industry and government. As far as the government of point of view, India has been kept a priority watch list by US Department of Commerce called priority watch list before India, called Special 301 provision. Academics challenge is that lot of funding opportunity are there, but unfortunately there are issues of infringement, imitation, copyright violation. Even private sector put less R&D funding in India as far as the investment on research and development. As far as the industry 4.0, we are talking about all this invention, innovation on AI, IoT, blockchains comes from various geographical location of the world, and the benefit sharing mechanism should be there, because the inventor must be respected, the inventor must be recognized, and also inventor must be get the benefit sharing over his creativity and invention, and that's the role of intellectual property. Friends, one more important issues today is as we are talking about pharmaceutical science, pharmaceutical biotechnology, or we can say plant biotechnology. India is the 12th mega diverse country in the world, and you will be surprising that there were a number of issues of biopiracy reported earlier. So it is the high time for all of us to, whatever the plant, whatever the herb, whatever the our varieties use, it must be deposited in National Biodiversity Authority, and also there should be a proper benefit sharing as far as the Convention of Biological Diversity for the sustainable benefit sharing of biological diversity in the country. So it is the high time for all of us to realize the role of intellectual property in the country, not only to the country, but as an individual also IPR plays a very, very important role. If you have a IP, there is an opportunity of transfer of technology, there is an opportunity of collaboration, and by name and fame, you may get many more research projects. And for the collaborative research, contract research, grant-in-net research, and you can beautify your institution, you can beautify yourself, because that is nothing but the knowledge must be acknowledged. And also there are number of program and initiative. We give awards every year to the budding inventor, societal innovator, and technological innovator by seeing their intellectual property and technology in the form of National Innovation Award, National Budding Innovation Award, National Societal Innovation Awards. That's the beauty, and that's the role of intellectual property in the academic institution today. Friends, we must have to see the access and benefit sharing from the development and IPR issues, because this IPR came not only at this time because we are a part of WTO, and since we are part of WTO, it is our fundamental duty that we are compliance the norm of WTO, and that is called TRIPS, trade related aspect of intellectual property rights, and we have harmonized the IPR in the country. But unfortunately, our IPR index is poor in the if we'll compare with other country. At the same time, we have a biggest challenge of United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, that 17 objectives we have to fulfill by 2035. That is no poverty, no hunger, education, equality, and many more. And we have all this program to mitigate such challenge in the form of Make in India, Startup and Stand Up India, Digital India, Skill India. Now, Honorable Prime Minister of India called it Atmanirbhar Bharat. So for all this, we need intellectual property. What are those intellectual properties that I'll talked about and already spoken a little bit? But also there is a reform. There is need to be a transform as per the reform of policy flagship program, Government of India, National Intellectual Property Policy 2016 for Creative India, Innovative India. The transforming India through National Educational Policy or Education 2020 or Education 2.0. Another is National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019, a guiding framework for higher educational institutions towards entrepreneurship and startup and protecting intellectual property. That's why the Institutional Innovation Council you are having, and we are part of that ecosystem of AICT. And also AICT has a Kalam IP awareness program to sensitize on this IP. And also now the ambassador program, IP ambassador program has been running by the AICT. Friends, today world is a change, challenge, and opportunity, and we have seen during this pandemic, and necessity is mother of invention today. And we have seen beautiful invention in the form of COVID vaccine, and that COVID vaccine is nothing but Covishield and Covaxin developed by our scientists. That is the intellectual property of our scientists that were transferred to the industry, like Serum Institute of India and like Bharat Biotech, who are manufacturing, and we are mitigating this challenge of COVID-19. So today, our research is like this. We are not looking for the solving a valid problem regionally, locally. We are going for publication, where the publication is nothing but the disclosing all the information. But if you'll see, many countries, including US, they are very, very particular. If they are finding any innovative or inventive idea, they go for patent and they go for publication. So once you go for publication fast, you cannot get a patent. So first have a patent, then you go for publication, so that if there is a industrial demand, if there is a requirement in the market, the person stakeholder will come to you and also collaborate with you. And that is nothing but the bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati together in academia industry collaboration. Even UGC has also asked university to run IPR course as a choice-based credit system and also IPR cell in the university. But unfortunately, many of the university today do not have such kind of ecosystem, and there is a need of creating such ecosystem in the country, and that's our objective to connect with you all. And these are the top 10 university who are filing patent in, and this is a report of the Controller General of Patent, Trademark and Design. So beauty of the institution today, the number one, although the IIT and IIT will be there. So you can understand the role of IIT, and at the same time, number of other private university has also taken the role. So that means you are IP savvy, you are nurturing IP, you are leveraging IP, you are collaborating for IP. So that's your credibility in the knowledge society, because knowledge must be acknowledged and intellectual property must be protected. Otherwise, you will be seeing number of infringement, number of imitation, piracy. Even in this COVID-19 also, many of the pirated medicine were selling. So you can understand the role of intellectual property today. So there should be a intellectual property management cell at the university institution level to review and monitor the publication, student thesis, books by faculty, research project. And also there should be IP policy at the institution, so that it should be a Bible for everyone, so that everyone will respect leverage as intellectual property right is a legal right. It has both criminal and administrative and also punitive uh, mechanism is there. So if someone violate IP, even many of the vice chancellor, many of the professor of central university caught in plagiarism and copyright violation, they lost their job also. So there is a serious view on this part, and so that everyone will respect, everyone will get the benefit if there is a commercialization of IP, and that IP policy will give the opportunity to the inventor researcher in getting the royalty over his creativity and invention that were transferred to the industry. And that's the role of IP policy, so that there will be a transparent process mechanism in technology transfer or commercialization of IP generated by academic institution. And also that will give an opportunity for scout for R&D collaboration, for contract research, collaborative research, granting research, many more research opportunity are there. That few things are missing in India. If you'll see in other countries, they are very well in contract research, but in India, our academics are not competent enough to do the contract research because of the many issues are there. That's why government of India earlier is in the mind of coming out with the policy called protection and utilization of publicly funded intellectual property bill, and that is still in the parliament. We are looking for that also, so that India should have a Indian Badol Act, so that we can have a proper benefit sharing mechanism of intellectual property right. And also IP management of the university, so that you can beautify your intangible asset into the knowledge society, and that will give a greater position in the knowledge market and competitive position, branding and recognition today. As far as the ARIA ranking, auto ranking for institutional innovation or achievement, the talks about IP and entrepreneurship in academic institution. At last, the incubation, the opportunity, the government of India came out with the flagship program like Atal Innovation Mission, like a National Science Technology Entrepreneurship Board, Technology Innovation Development for Entrepreneurship Tied 3 program of Ministry of IT, and also Ministry of MSME came out with many ecosystem and policy flagship, and you can get a funding support from this organization and can beautify your institution as a technology business incubation hub. And today, many of the university are doing excellently and mitigate the challenge, and also part of their state government in managing and mitigating the COVID-19 in tracing, testing, and treating. And that is the innovation, and that is the IP creation, and that is the management today. So friends, today higher educational institution or academic leader is not for innovation and value creation with new and varied leadership role, and also institute restructure and reform, because there is a changing policy flagship program, and proactive leadership is need for the collaboration. So higher educational institutions are no more for teaching, it is for inspiring innovation. It is for inspiring and create a mindset to learn and before innovate. And that's the program government of India came out with the Kapila program, Kalam IP awareness program through Ministry of Education in recent time. So we must have to be out of box. And we have seen in the Indian Bollywood movie Three Idiot how the Chatur Ramalingam and Funsung Wangdu have they are classmates, but Chatur Ramalingam came all the way from Italy to get the patent from Funsung Wangdu, but he was not knowing that it is his friend from Imperial College of Engineering. So that is the nothing but the academic collaboration with the industry, and that is the innovation skill that beautify the nation and nation building and institution and individual today. At the same time, you have seen in the movie also there was a issues of copyright. That is also one of the intellectual property between the Vidhu Vinod Chopra and Chetan Bhagat, because they have taken the uh, copy the literature of the Chetan Bhagat story, but they have not mentioned the name of Chetan Bhagat in the movie, and there was the biggest controversy on copyright issues between both of them. So these are the issues today when we are talking about intellectual property in the knowledge economic sector. And friends, I am not going to talk about uh, the uh, the innovation index of the nation, and that you are all aware that our knowledge innovation index or global innovation index globally our rank is 48, and this is one of the biggest challenge for the nation. That's why government of India always talked about reform, perform, and transform. Then only we will mitigate the challenge what we have been facing, and also mitigate the challenge of United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. Friends, you can see from this photograph, China is number one globally today as far as a patent protection, and we are nowhere. That is the basic objective for all of us to connect, collaborate, and sensitize the people. And I'm happy that more than 100 people have joined here. So you can understand where China is moving, where India is there. We are not in top 10 also. So this is the one of the biggest challenge on intellectual property protection. Innovation in Asia, we are also lacking. And also, let me also tell you about design registration, the design innovation we talks about. If you see the 2019 data, around 7,11,617 design registered in China, but America 46,827, but in India only 14,272. So friends, you can imagine, you can think yourself, and you can have a own introspection on this. Another thing I would like to say about patent protection, India, China, and USA, 2019, 14 lakhs 661 patent file in China, 6 lakhs 21,453 patent file in America, but in India, 56,284. So you can see, my dear friends, about the statistic of patent protection in China, America, and India, and where we stand. We are largest, I think, second largest populated country after China. So China is filing more than 14 lakhs patent, and we are filing less than 60,000 patent. So this is the challenge today, and this is the role of or significant of intellectual property in the knowledge economy today, because intellectual property is a monopoly right, legal right. If somebody violates it, there is a issues of infringement and many more issues are there, both bilateral level and multilateral level. These are the top 20 university, top 10 university globally who have filed the patent, like University of California, MIT, Stanford, but not a single university. I think nobody, not a single university from India in top 100 list. So these are the challenge today. And government of India has already categorized and also came out with the India Innovation Index. And also we are building our capacity and connect with you all so that we can leverage the innovation in the country. And also this innovation plays a very, very important role in our innovation ecosystem of the nation. So friends, innovation is a long-term health of economy. We need a healthy root system for the tree to flourish. So we have to connect to our root, and our root is our academia. So that academics plays a very, very important role in creativity, invention, skill, knowledge, idea. And that's, we have to build the strengthen our academic institution. And so that we will get more IP, we can have a more patent, design, trademark, and mitigate the challenge. So I hope you will able to recognize this photograph. And this is nothing but the Silicon Valley that was established in Stanford University. And the Silicon Valley is nothing but the incubation hub. And this valley has given many more technology to the nation globally, and from genome sequencing to recombinant drug production. And that is nothing but academia industry collaboration and also intellectual property, creativity, and innovation. And small thing comes from small is always beautiful. And all these big companies, once upon a time, they were in a hot. And today, this industry or this corporate are making the difference to the knowledge. And you are proud for this kind of organization. When we talked about Google or talked about Amazon or talked about Apple. So this is nothing but bringing Saraswati and Lakshmi together. And because of the time constraint, I am skipping some of the slide. And friends, but we are also innovative. Our Indian are innovative, but we are not protecting IP, because knowledge, as I told, knowledge must be acknowledged, and there should not be a infringement of our knowledge. So we must protect. And all these invention, innovation, like one of the young chap develop a electricity from Dhobi Ghat. One of the young chap develop a drone, and you have seen in the Indian Bollywood movie Uri. And also another young chap develop a agri chopper. The agri chopper beauty of agri drone is to spray the pesticide to the targeted plant who are infected. And that means that agri drone is equipped with artificial intelligence. Another is IR device, and that doctor can sitting anywhere can also able to diagnose your lungs or heart. And these are the innovation who are making the difference. So we must have to recognize them. We have to leverage them. We have to incubate them so that we can achieve more from less for more. And that is the Gandhian notion of innovation. A true definition of innovation is equitable, available, adaptable to the common people. And that's the role of IP. And that's why we need more invention, and India need more innovation. And we must have to buy out of box today. And with that also, Government of India has a women scientist program. Any woman who is qualified, BTech, MTech, PhD, could not able to join the job because of the family liability. They can be a woman IPR scientist, and they can work and they can get trained. And Department of Science and Technology, Government of India organize every year annual examination. And also, Anamika ji, can you please mute yourself? So point today I wanted to tell you is that this is the one of the women scientist program has given a beautiful opportunity on intellectual property, and that is the significance of IP in livelihood, in making a new industry. And these are the young leaders who are not only making the difference to the nation, they are playing important role in nation building. So friends, innovation today is a market driven, invention driven, and technology driven. And we have seen many vaccine of this COVID-19 plays a very, very important role. Some of the startup which were incubated in various universities has plays a very, very important role with their new innovative tracing, testing, and treating technology on COVID-19 outbreak. So we must have to realize under Article 27 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights that everyone has the right to the protection of the moral, material interests resulting from any scientific, literary, and artistic production of which the author, which he is the author. So we must understand, protect our intellectual property because that is our creativity and invention and innovation. So there are various type of intellectual property today, and that intellectual property is patent, copyright, trademark, design, all these things. And today, if you are talking about geographical indication of goods, the way we recognize the goods of the product originated from a particular place, particular quality, particular brand, like Odisha Rasagola, Pachampalli Ikkat, Bikaner Bhujia, Agra ka Petha, Nagpur Orange, Tirupati Laddu, Bikaner Bhujia. So these are the goods, and those communities who are doing or who are part of that, they should also get the recognition. They should get also royalty uh, on this intellectual property in the form of geographical indication of goods. Other than this, we have patent, copyright, or patent. This is for new invention, creativity in the form of process and product. Copyright is your computer program, creative work, artistic work. Trademark is nothing but the brand or distinctive identification of the product and service, the way we recognize. All this need to be protected. There was a issues of copyright, trademark issues in the Patanjali Coronil tablet, and it was filed in the case in the Madras High Court. There was issues of IPR in the Covishield vaccine also. So we must protect. We must not infringe other IP. That is not only dangerous to dangerous to your organization, it is dangerous to the nation, because many legal issues goes to the bilateral and multilateral forum, and mitigation of such is biggest challenge today. So patent is a legal monopoly right over your new invention of product and process for a particular period of time, so that you can also license your technology know-how to the industry MSME, and also you can also get collaborate, or you can spin up or spin out a new enterprise and institution. So this is the role of IP, particularly why you should file a patent. It is a source of recognition. It is an opportunity, incentive to develop a commercial product, and also license to a existing company, start up a new company, and protection against imitation or imitators. So we must have to create, protect, and exploit, and we have to integrate our research and development in intellectual property so that we can monetize intellectual property. क्योंकि सबसे बड़ा रुपया. So how we can monetize intellectual property, that is very, very important. And that process of monetizing intellectual property, the first stage is integrating intellectual property into the institution, so that we can build the capacity of our human resource, professor, researcher, scientist knows about IPR management, IPR commercialization, and also we have to brand our institution, position our institution, and also create a goodwill of our institution in the market. And also there is a marketing, how we can market the product, create a IP portfolio, patent portfolio, and that will give opportunity of the companies or industry in case of merger and acquisition. And also the strategy, and finally finance, or how we can get a money. We have to monetize intellectual property in a various mechanism, in licensing, sole licensing, exclusive licensing, and many more opportunity are there. And also the IP valuation in the balance sheet and securitization. These are the method and mechanism for institution to integrate intellectual property in the institution. So I think there are few minutes left. So there should be IPR policy and model guideline for IPR policy put in place by Government of India, that is available in the DPIIT website. And we need to create an opportunity of Nehaji, can you please mute yourself? So there should be a revenue sharing mechanism. The inventor must get the share of monies or technology licensing over his creativity of invention. and majority of the money goes to the inventor and scientist or researcher and professor of the institution if there is a commercialization of IP. You innovate, we protect patent, prevent from copying, stealing, selling, and manufacturing your idea by others. Owning a patent increase your market position manifold and makes you market leader. Being a patent owner create opportunity to license the product to several manufacturers. Friends, other than patent, I would like to tell you about copyright, and we are now depending on the copyright on digital technology. But unfortunately, because of the piracy, how the piracy is creating problem to the nation, you can understand from this slide the copyright contribution to the economy. Because of the piracy and illegal activities, India is losing 60,000 jobs annually because of the piracy. Indian Bollywood industry or Indian cinema industry losing around 180 billion annually because of the piracy. So you can understand. And also there is another IP that is a trademark. And this is bottle I am showing what is there inside. And if I am offering you to drink, certainly you may not drink because what is inside there you do not know. You will drink when you will get the product like this. So this is nothing but the brand. This is nothing but the trademark. This is nothing but the goodwill. And that is also one of the intellectual property today. So there is a many dispute of intellectual property. You might be knowing recently there was a dispute between Mysore sandal soap and Kerala sandal soap, between the KSRTC and between Kerala State Transport Corporation and also Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation. Many of the original sari were selling in the pirated sari in the market. So we have to respect our geographical indication of goods. We have to recognize it. We have to make a tag of GI so that our community will get the opportunity and can smile over the creativity and invention of what they have the right as a dweller or the farm dweller of the nation. So it is the high time for all of us, and that is the objective of ARIA or under Ministry of Education, Auto Ranking Institutional Achievement on IPR, innovation, startup, and entrepreneurship. So let's join hand, make the difference, and it is our objective. It is our mandate to connect with you all. We help you, and we will help you in protection of IP, marketing of IP, seed funding, prototype development, field testing, technology transfer, national awards, and licensing. That is our mandate and mission as a role national organization in technology innovation and bridging the gap between academia and industry, and also mitigate the challenge of technology development, particularly technological value of death and commercialization of value of death. We have many more technology in various fields. Any MSME startup looking for new technology for commercialization or entrepreneurship, you can talk to me. We will transfer you the technology, and that transfer of technology is nothing but the IP protected technology, and that is nothing but the IP monetization. We are proud that many of our startup whom we are mentoring, they are making us proud, making our country proud, and also providing a technology or indigenization to the nation for which we are proud for that. And that is our role and mandate in mitigating the challenge of IPR management, technology transfer, and commercialization. Many more young leaders, young women are venturing into the entrepreneurship through innovative technology. They are making us proud, country proud on this. Our role as a national institution in building the capacity on intellectual property to the various stakeholders in the academia, industry, and government. And also, we came out with many technology, tracing, testing, and treating, and that compendium also available so that the interested startup MSME can goes for commercialization. And we also transfer Indian technology in various countries so that our technology must goes to the people across the globe. They should also enjoy our fruit, and that's the beauty of India in Vasudevam Kutumbakam. So with that objective, our innovation must be affordable, adaptable, and available. Must be protected as a IP. And we have transferred many innovative technology in the country, and which are the product is in the market. Many entrepreneurs are doing excellent, and that's the beauty of our creativity and invention and intellectual property. And also at this COVID time, we transfer many technology related to PPE kits. Once upon a time, India was importing PPE kits. Now we are export potential and availability of the technology, and also providing a support to the women at grassroots with new innovative technology and IP, so that they can be sustainable, they can mitigate their livelihood. That's our objective. And we must not forget to provide a benefit sharing of our biological resource, and also drug development and bioprospecting and benefit sharing. That's our mandate and mission, in keeping with all bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati or academia industry collaboration, or providing a new technology to MSME and startup to get a fillip. So friends, the problem is never how to get a new innovative thought into our mind, but how to get the old one out. We must have to change our mindset in the changing paradigm of innovation ecosystem. The policy has changed. There is a need of reform and transform and perform, and then only we will mitigate the challenge of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. Thank you for giving me an opportunity, and it is our collective responsibility to fulfill the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, who always talked about new skill, homegrown ideas, technology, and self-reliance. Thank you, all of you. God bless you. Jai Hind. Bande Mataram.
Thank you so much, sir, for your intellectual words and extraordinary speech. Now, we move ahead to question and answer session. So we have few questions in the chat box by the participants. I will be taking them one by one. So one question which we have, that is how to choose between publishing and patenting.
If you are feeling that something you develop is novel and industrial applicability, and there is a market demand of that product, you should go for patent first. Because why you are going for a patent? Because if you have a patent right, that means you are getting a legal right, and that legal right will give you opportunity and strategic position, and as a monopoly right over your creativity, so that interested startup, MSME, and industry will come and tell, we need this technology, can you license us? That position you will create, and in that you are bridging the gap in connecting with industry, and that is nothing but academia industry collaboration. First have a patent. Once you file a patent application, get a patent, then you go for publication, no issue. But once you publish, it cannot be patentable, because as per the law and as per the law of land, under the section 31 of the Indian Patent Act, once you publish in journal, that cannot be patent, because it will be in the public domain, and the novelty part will be missed. So first have a patent and go for publication.
Saurabh Sharma sir wished to ask that what is the role of IP related issue in National Education Policy 2020?
The National Education Policy 2020 talked about skill, innovation, and National Research Foundation. So in that, everything cover, and IP is completely covered on that part. I'm not going to detail on that. And these are the three crux of the NFP: skill, innovation, National Research Foundation.
Amit Soni sir has put the question that, are there any open source software to check out copyright, plagiarism, and patent?
Yes, Amit ji, but they are available, and you can get my mobile number, and I'll you talk to me bilaterally. I'll provide you, and also for copyright thing is nothing but the there are different issues on that part, and we will speak. But plagiarism software is there. There is a plagiarism software, particular Turnitin. You might be knowing that is available, and that is a paid database, so that you can change. And for patent, there are a number of patent databases there, including Google patent available in open source. You type Google patent in Google, and you will get a Google patent. You can do a patent search, and that you can discuss with me. I will guide you on that.
Anupam Mishra sir has queried that what is IPR challenges and opportunities to pharmaceutical industry in COVID-19 pandemic?
Already we are happy that Indian pharmaceutical industry is very well cope up with the intellectual property regime. But Section 3D of Indian Patent Act, that's talked about the invention related to there must not be re-engineering or reverse engineering of any process or chemical, and that talks about Section 3D of Indian Patent Act. And let me tell you, since you have asked about section the pharmaceutical patent in India, the mere discovery of new form of known substance which doesn't result in enhancement of known efficacy of that substance, or the mere discovery of any new property or new use for a known substance, or the mere use of known process, machine and apparatus, unless such known process result in a new product or employs at least one new reactant. So this is one of the issues came in Indian pharmaceutical industry for the purpose of the this clause: salt, ester, either polymer, metabolites, pure form, particle size, isomer, mixture, or complex combination, and other derivative of known substance shall be considered to be on same substance and cannot be patentable. And this is one of the remarkable Section 3D of Indian Patent Act that talks about invention related to a new form of known substance cannot be patentable in India.
Anamika Singh ma'am wish to ask that how government bodies help to develop ecosystem in higher education institutions.
Anamika madam, let me also tell you, government has already done all necessary ecosystem. We have a Atal Innovation Mission under the Niti Aayog. That is one of the beautiful ecosystem for managing innovation in academia. That is through Atal Thinking Lab, Atal Incubation Center, and many more SETU program. So already government of India has developed, and even Ministry of Science and Technology through National Science Technology Entrepreneurship Board has developed a Technology Business Incubation Center. So it is the fundamental role of the university to connect with them and collaborate with them to set up such kind of ecosystem at university. And many of the university has developed such kind of ecosystem, and that is enabled already.
Dr. Shweta S. Koka has a doubt that how can we have patent for any new startup?
Madam, new startup, that means startup means new already. So if you have come out with a new idea, you validate your idea, and if your idea is novel idea, you go for a patenting, because that idea will ultimately come to the market. And if you are infringing other idea, they will take you into a soup and file an infringement case against you. So always for startup, for their strategy is to protect their intangible asset. Then only they should venture to the business, to the market.
Professor Damiki Lalu wish to ask that since hiring a patent attorney is too costly, can we file a patent without appointing a patent attorney?
Professor Damkilal Lalu Garu, you can talk to me. We help in file the patent, trademark, design, copyright free of cost. And that's our mandate and mission of Government of India. So you can talk to me, and my email ID bksahu@nrdc.in, or you will get my detail from my NRDC website. We will help you and do our best.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving ahead, I would now request co-convener, Mr. Vikas Kumar Jain, sir, Associate Professor IPER, to provide certificate of appreciation to Dr. B.K. Sahu, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. This is my immense pleasure to present certificate of appreciation to Dr. B.K. Sahu, the head NRDC Government of India in Day 1 International FDP on IPR and patent, sponsored by IPTSE Delhi. Sir, you have enlightened us with your knowledge on significant challenges, opportunity of IPR in Indian scenario, like the pharma industry 4.0, AI, IoT. Sir, we have that very informative session and wonderful session. So, sir, I request to accept our certificate of appreciation in behalf of IPER Indore.
Thank you, Equipolis and the organizer for giving me opportunity. I'll be happy to receive your hard copy of this certificate, because this is nothing but the token of respect and the our collaboration and keeping collaboration to the next level, so that our society, our next generation should enjoy our effort. So I am really grateful to all of you. My mobile number, email ID I have given in the group, share in the chat. Anyone who have any issues, bilateral IP support, IP commercialization support, IP management support, you can talk to me. It is our duty and mandate from government. We are doing that, and I will congratulate IPTSE for giving me opportunity on the first day of this international FDP program, and also I will congratulate to the participant. Because of their interest, because of their enthusiasm, I am able to speak, and it is a time for learning from each other. Let's join hand, make the difference. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
for
VK Sahu, sir. Sir, because of your presentation, we all came to know that how exhaustively NRDC is helping the developing the ecosystem in all the field, particularly in the institutions. We definitely, from all the participants, would like to thank you, and definitely you will we will seek help from you, as already you have shared your contact number. So nice, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So coming to the end of day 1 of International FDP, I would like to request co-convener Ms. Akansha Dwivedi ma'am, Assistant Professor IPER, to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Steffi ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks. I, Akanksha Dwivedi, on behalf of Acropolis Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, IPTSC, an entire supporting team, and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Dr. B.K. Sahu sir, for gracing us with his thought-provoking address regarding the importance of patenting for academicians. Sir, you have explained so beautifully IPR as bridge between the academics and industry, and every aspect related to patenting and copyright with so many excellent examples. I hope after this session, many of us will file our work for patent. Sir, we are all inspired by your great words. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to thank our respected principal, Dr. G.N. Dharwekar, sir, for his immense support and guidance. I thank Dr. Sheetal Chopra, ma'am, for her gracious presence. And finally, thank you all the respected faculty participants for their presence. Thank you one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, it is bring to your notice that we have shared the YouTube link of today's session in WhatsApp group. You all are requested to kindly subscribe the channel. With this, we come to end of day 1 of International FDP. I take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries, speaker, and participants for sparing your valuable time and adding glory to the event. Thank you once again. We will be back tomorrow with 2 interesting sessions by Ms. Paulami Ghosh, IP and Commercialization Consultant at City University of London, and Mr. Vaibhav Dalvi, Head Intellectual Property, Wellspun Group. Thank you. Mm-hmm.